underneath. Because if he's blocking me here, that doesn't matter to me. He can push me here all day, it doesn't matter. Because I'm going down. Okay, so when he pushes me here or the other color, I'm trying to bait him as I would go for the sumigaeshi. I'm not, to the haregoshi. The haregoshi is not impossible to be done here, guys. Let me tell you this. It's very possible. But I'm dealing with a situation that I will feel myself stuck. Put the hand on the other side. Look at, yeah, you see, this makes it harder for me. So in this situation here, guys, I will make sure that when I go underneath, I kind of gonna go like a cheetah step as well. But I want to address this leg as well. But I will get it in an angle, kind of like 45 degrees. The most important thing will be a huge, I'm not saying I'm exaggerating here, a huge cheetah step. And as I do this huge cheetah step, I'm acting like I want to go underneath for him. I'll try my best to stop him. It's hard to stop when you go underneath because he falls, but I'll try my best. So once you do that cheetah step, the difference now is that I'm not lifting, I'm bending. So it's completely the opposite. I'm not trying to connect and lift. I'm actually going down. See how hard it is? Go back. So from here, from this situation, my point is that I need to make sure that I go as much as I can underneath. Okay? My leg here, look. If I stay here for too long, he's gonna be I'm gonna be in the best shape. So this cheetah step leg, one of the things that I like more to do is that I need to make sure that I plant my toes on the ground and then my hips scoop in. Look, let me stop here for a second. Once my hips scoop in, my foot naturally points to where I want, and look how deep I am with the hip. From here now, I want to lift him just enough for him, look, to fall on the shoulder. And notice that most of the time I will finish posted on the ground. That's huge because that's what allows me my hip to move out and get the right angle. Once I get on top, I'm always going to get on top in a good position with that arm control. It guides me to paper cutter, to north and south, to a lot of things. Okay, so trying to go faster now, which is, it's a very hard technique to do slow because when you go underneath, they normally fall. But what I'm trying to do, I want you guys to actually try to focus a little bit more about the cheetah leg step, the one that makes the hip switch. Okay, he blocks me there, I line the leg, I go low, 1, 2, look. If my hip is on the ground, it's a lot of strength on the leg. If my toes or my foot goes, I can do this. That's what I'm looking for. Now going full speed. Thank God, it's hard to do this stop. Now full speed. I go 1, break it, he goes there, he blocks me, 1, 2. And I get on top. Alright guys, from the situation of the hip and arm control, there are submissions from there. And this submission was kind of an adaptation of what Roger Gracie did to Xande Ribeiro one time. Roger did in a really gracious way, kind of putting the foot on the hip and pushing and going. It was actually a little more simple. I will show a situation that it's very appropriate for the moment because I will do an approach of my legs. My leg work will be a little different this time. You know, I'm not gonna be necessarily going away from the leg I want or trying to connect the hip or trying to go under. I'll go the other way around, kind of like I'm going to the back. Okay, so this is a very cool technique. It's a surprising technique. Of course, you gotta be fast. I'm gonna try to stop as much as I can on the movement. It's one of those movements that's kind of hard to do, breaking it out too much. Okay, so weak side, 1, hip, push, pull, address the arm. When I address the arm, look, I'll go to the arm first and then the belt. And guys, look, don't get me wrong. When people get here, they start to be scared. So it's just not they hide this leg. they go both legs back, like this. The more they get distant with the hip, the harder it will be for me to do anything that I just did before. Okay? So when this situation happens, it's very important for you to understand that my shoulder will have a huge influence on what I'm going to do now. Okay? I'll try to do a snap down, a bump on the head, kind of like smashing the person on the ground, to get the, for sure he will post the hand on the floor as an instinct to not fall on the head on the ground. That I know for sure, because if he doesn't, I'll finish the takedown. So whenever I step out, I will actually do shoulder bump, hip and arm in slow motion. Step, shoulder connects, look. So my head will disconnect a little bit. Once I do that, my hip, my leg and my arm, everything, bang, a strong bump like that. I want to show you guys, look, from this situation here, how important it is for you to use your whole body. As you can see, I always finish like that. Okay? I'm not just doing that. I need to make sure that I go and I pivot and I do everything conspiring to go there. And then I'll go to the triangle. So from here, he's moving back the whole thing. He's putting his butt back. If you put your butt back, the head goes down 100% all the time. Okay? So I step out, pivot, drag everything, here's on the ground. So now guys, I want to make sure that I understand that this spacing here between his arm and his leg is very important, because I need to slide my left leg in there. Okay? In order to do that, guys, I need to make sure that I kind of block him somehow. Okay? So as I get this leg a little closer, my left, I'm already posting my left hand on the ground to prevent falling on the shoulder too much. Okay, so the leg gets closer. I post this hand on the floor as I actually go on top of him, kind of like I'm going to the back. Okay, this hand is posted. I put weight on him, and the problem of trying to go to the back right away is that they're always going to try to lift up. I know for sure. When I put the foot in there, I know Lucas is trying to lift up. When he tries to lift up, look, this hand on the belt, let's go. And I grab, look, this leg. Now for sure he will try to get up to prevent the back. Look, and then he falls